Ah, good. Excellent. We can begin. As my title suggests, I actually don't necessarily remember what happens this day. In Fate, anyway. I'm pretty sure I remember what happens in UBW. I think it's a lot of conversations with Rin, so I'm gonna have a lot of talking to do. Well, I would have a lot of talking to do anyway, but I'll have a lot of dialogue to read. We shall see. Nevertheless, let us begin. 5th day, morning. Rose and Hydrangea. Chapter 5. New Life. Oh, day 5. I feel the warm sunlight upon me. It must be a draft. I feel a cool wind slowly wake up and realize it's really hot in here right now because it's supposedly like 10 to 20 degrees Celsius outside. I live in Canada, by the way. And it's not spring yet either. Yep. It's hot. It's the shed. I pick my body up and check off my sleepy head. I see. I fell asleep here yesterday. After yesterday's routine, after training to create another sensation within me, I must have gotten too lazy to return to my room. I must still be up before 6. Damn, I should prepare breakfast. Fold the blanket, straighten up things I failed to strengthen yesterday, head into the house, wash my face. Oh. When I leave the shed, it's really cold outside. No shitting, Jorlock. Fuji City is warm during winter, but the top mountain on this side has the chill of a normal winter. Oh, there's some frost. I should do something. Once again, their winters I probably would really enjoy from the way to describe it, because they're not winter. I don't give what you dare 2 shits. Oh, it's a bit of frost. Deal with a bunch of snow, then we'll talk. Frost on the ground and footprints that are formed as I walk. But yeah, once again, like, makes sense. The bit of frost in the ground, in the grass. Who would do that? So, wash my face, breathing water, and pull myself together. Alrighty. I'm wide awake now. Now that I'm awake, all the things I don't want to think about, like the situation I'm in, go straight to my mind. Oh yeah, I shouldn't wash my face so constantly. It's 5 to 6. There are tons of things I have to do, but I should return to my room, check on Saber first. Yeah, I guess I left my room without saying anything, so I should go to explain things to her. Trouble with Saber misunderstand things. But I did the routine to go to the shed at night, so she should understand if I explain. After explaining things to Saber, I should make breakfast, and Tosaka won't be eating, so I should just add Saber's share. Well, in that case, I should go buy more ingredients for the additional people. I should know before I forget. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. What could it be? It feels like I'm forgetting something really important. God, it's 6. 3. 12. There really can't be anything important. Quietly open the door. The room is just like yesterday. There's no sign of Saber waking up. Night searching this room. I guess she didn't realize I escaped the room last night. I kind of let down. I thought Saber might notice. But she didn't need to sleep so much that she couldn't notice. I see. Which means that she will sleep frequently. She's sleeping as close to me as she can, so she can come if something does happen. By the way, it will make a difference where I go within the house. I detect intruders from the bounded field. I should be able to protect myself for about a minute, and Saber should come save me in a minute whenever I may need to be in the house. That's right, and if it's in the shed, there'll be plenty of places to hide. Anyway, shouldn't scold it what I did last night. I was considering explaining this to Saber, but it seems there's no need for that. I don't know, I should wake her up if she's in bed. Saber, quick, prepare breakfast. I'll prepare some for you. You don't have to get it if you're tired. I'll come get you later, so rest until then. Call her out and quietly leave the room. There's no one in the living room. Consider what you should make for breakfast. Then, morning, you're up pretty early. Tosaka comes in looking like she's in a really bad mood. Tosaka, what? Did something happen? Nothing. I'm always like this in mornings. Don't worry. Tosaka crosses the living room like a ghost. Hey, are you alright? You don't look alright. I'm telling you, don't worry. I'll wake up after I wash my face. How do I get the bathroom from here? You can take the hallway. There's a bathroom in the hallway by the entrance if you're going to wash your face. Oh yeah, there was one there, wasn't there? I'm not sure how much you heard, but Tosaka waves her hand and leaves. And then, just as Tosaka disappears in the hallway, I hear a bell. Sure. Someone's here. I hear Tosaka's voice coming from the hallway. Okay. Only my friends come out. It'll be Sakura right this time. Sakura has a spare key, so I shouldn't need to go to the door. She shouldn't have to. You keep telling her she doesn't need to ring the bell. Sakura is like a member of the family, so she can come in when she wants. But she's polite and only comes in after saying excuse me. Those be Sakura's good points. But if she's considered all the time, she'll... Hold on. Sakura is at my head. I run through the hallway, scolding myself. First, I reach the entrance and out of breath, but it's too late. There. Is that Sakura greeting the guest? Didn't ask her to. And Sakura standing there, surprised. Sakura's at the door, Tosaka's in the hallway. With an indescribable tension, the two look at each other. Good morning, Mato-san. Are you surprised to see me? Tosaka asks, looking down to Saber from the hallway. Tosaka, why? Her face asks why. Sakura looks up at Sakura. Looks at Tosaka, other way around, with a fear in her eyes. Damn it. I can't call out to them. They're ignoring me and staring at each other. There's no room for me to say anything. All I could do is think of how to explain things to Sakura before I think of an explanation. Senpai, what is this? Sakura looks at me as asking for help. Oh yeah, well, it's a long story. It's not long. I'm just staying over here. Clearly. She cuts off my sentence and states the point. Senpai, is that true? The short answer is yes. There are circumstances if I ever stayed. I forgot to tell you it's surprise. But please don't apologize. I was certainly surprised, but that's fine. What we said, you really... Yes, this is what Shiro and I have decided. The head of the household, Shiro, decided. So that's how it is. You understand what it means, Mato-san? Understand what? It seems he cared Shiro. That didn't mean he doesn't need that anymore. It'll be a bother if you... Oh, don't say that. Sakura looks down in full sight. Moment of silence. Suddenly, I don't understand. I said I have no idea what the senpai is talking about. Sakura! Excuse me, senpai. I'll be using the kitchen. Sakura enters the house with a bow and goes to the living room, ignoring Tosaka. But Tosaka is standing there, astonished. Same goes for me too. This is the first time I've seen Sakura act like that, so I don't know what to say. How I die streaming Fate Stay Night. Nope, that is surprising. But something else was unexpected too. Hey, Tosaka, how did you know Sakura was coming over to my house? I don't remember telling you anything about it. Oh, I heard it before. It's just a coincidence. I'm surprised. Is she always shaking? She's totally different when she's at school. Must have been really unexpected, as Tosaka is saying this is disappointing. That must mean Tosaka knows Sakura pretty well. Sakura seems to have known Tosaka. So they must have had a friendship I didn't know about. All that aside, no, I'm surprised as well. This is the first time I've seen Sakura so snappy. She's just the way she is at school when she comes around here. I'd say this is a special case. I see. This is bad. I never knew Sakura. But for hers, I should have let you explain things. She's right. I would have never been able to explain things better than the merciless Sakura. What is done is... Well, what's bad about it? Of course it's bad. This place might turn into a battlefield. I warned Sakura. So we could keep unrelated people away from here. But it seems like it'll be harder to get her out now. You're reporting her? I thought you were tormenting her. Hey, did you say something? That's an honest opinion. Anyways, but Sakura, what should we do? I don't think she'll go home now. We'll just have to do something. So does Sakura only come in the mornings? Or are you using her during the evenings too? No, word is so misinterpreted. She always comes here in the mornings, but not so much for dinner. I see. It's gonna be every day from now. Every day, but... Tosaka sighs at my response. After that, Tosaka remains in the living room when Sakura begins to prepare breakfast in the kitchen. I feel uneasy about leaving Sakura and Tosaka together in the living room, but I'm not stupid enough to forget about Saber. It seems Sakura is angry with Tosaka being here, so things will only get worse if Saber comes in now. Because of that, I decide to explain the situation to Saber. So that's the situation. Person. Now, it's called Sakura. She's not a maid, she's just a normal girl. So we can't have her involved in the whole girl work. If I can help it, I want her to stay away from this place without learning anything. No, I didn't consult her. How to get Sakura away from here. Well, Sakura is acting strangely this morning. Tosaka is the reason, but I don't want to shock her even more. Well, Sakura's already surprised that a stranger's here. I think it'd be worse. So, wait, I'm not insulting you. No, I understand what you're trying to say. So I should remain here, yes? Yes, that would really help. I'll come back as soon as I see Sakura out. So let's have breakfast then. We nod silently. Oh, thank God. They were so understanding. Alright. I'm worried about the living room too, so I should hurry back there. Shiro. What is it, Saber? You did not need to explain such things. But you should calm down a bit. Your actions are a bit strange. Am I panicking? Yes. If you were to return to the living room, you should calm down beforehand. Saber advised me in her usual tone. So, the everyday breakfast begins as if nothing has happened. Here you go, Senpai. How about you, Tosaka-senpai? Sakura handy rice bowls, just like her usual self. I don't know what happened while I was gone, but the tension between the two have disappeared. Well, at least on the surface. Okay, I'll have some. After pondering for a moment, she takes a bowl from Sakura. Sakura smiles and drinks a set of miso soup and other things like the fried eggs. Tosaka watches her in a complex expression. Sakura, I thought you would want to eat breakfast. I'll eat whatever's prepared. It's only for light, you know. I don't know what's bothering her, but she glares at me and picks up her chopsticks. Well, I guess it's for you. Itadakimasu. And sorry to make you prepare breakfast, Sakura. No, this is my job. But please don't worry about it. And I'll have some tea. What a wonderful position you are in. What kind of king are you? Making your junior prepare for your breakfast. I'll ask you about that later. Just a brief breakfast now. God, no conversation. It's not a terrible mood. And anyways, it's always like this during breakfast. Sakura and I are talkative, so it's natural for our meals to be quiet. Why is this that our breakfast is always loud? Hold on. Something's clicking in my head. Was the fish is seasoned too strongly? No, it's fine. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What is it? How to conclude if I can't remember it, it can't be important. But I feel like that would be a terrible mistake. I feel uneasy as ignoring a disease that could kill if I'm left untreated. Oh well, it probably isn't important. Of course, to make myself understand. And then, morning, man, I slept in. Fujide enters with light footsteps. I see. It's not that I couldn't remember. I just wanted to postpone the problem of forgetting about it. Shiro, food. Fujine sits Japanese style in her usual seat. Master Fujimura-senpai. The two greetings are in strange unison. Here you go, Sensei. It's not much, but please have some. Sakura gives her a bowl with her usual smile. She takes the bowl and tilts her head. She knows something is wrong, but she can't tell what it is. Fujine quietly starts to eat, and after finishing one bowl of rice, she quietly whispers in my ear. Hey Shiro, why is Tosaka here? That's because she's staying here now. I explain this to her truthfully. Oh, I see. Tosaka sure does have some strength. He's a weirdo. He gives a mask on his. I see. So she's staying here, huh? She just stands and takes a sip of miso soup. That alert! What do you make staying here, Shiro? The table is thrown up. Fortunately, Sakura's on the other side, and Tozaka has already moved out of the way, so it seems I'm the only victim. What are you doing, Fujino? This is miso soup cooked rice and pot. It'll be hot if you spill it. Hey, why are you having food in a pot for breakfast anyway? Shut up! What are you thinking, Shiro? What kind of love comedy are you in? Letting a girl stay with it? No, it's not even funny. I'm not trying to make anyone laugh. More importantly, this is hot. I'll get burned. Sakura, get me a towel. Here you go. I prepared a cold towel. Oh, piece of chicken. Oh, my shirt. The towel comes later. Listen up, Shiro. Are you saying this seriously? Of course. You know I'm not one to joke with this. Anyways, I'm letting Tozaka stay here. I'll listen to complaints, but I won't change my mind. I object! I don't know what you're up to, but I can't allow it. Oni-chan, I won't let you live here with a girl your age. Fujine roars. Well, I guessed it. Fujine is my guardian, and a school teacher. I don't think I can escape such a situation with merely 100 beatings for the Shinai, or even from a real sword. But I guess you could say it's ill fortune that I have to push through with this. You have to, I don't know, have any bad intentions? We're not like that. I could just say, got into an accident, and end up letting her ruin here as a result. Shut up! I can't allow it! I won't allow her to stay here. I don't know what Tozaka said in the circumstances, but make her go home at once. Damn, she will never even listen. I guess she isn't someone I can convenience. Sensei, you say you would not allow me to live, but I've already spent the night here. And then Tozaka says those words like pouring cold water on Fujine. I said I was allowed to stay here yesterday. No, I stayed here from Saturday evening, so I stayed here for 2 nights to be accurate. I have borrowed the room in the outbuilding. My luggage is already there. How about it, Sensei? Looking at things objectively, it seems that I am already staying here. His face goes pale. Shiro, what have you done? Do you know what happened? Kiritsugu found out about this. I bet he'd be happy. He'd say something about a man's resourcefulness or whatnot. I feel the same way. Kiritsugu was really indulgent with girls. I see you hated that. You idiot! Fujine grabs my collar and shakes me around. Well, the inheritance aside, it was my father's belief that girls should be protected. I don't go around telling people that my father did, but I do believe he was right. But you need help. I think a man has the right to recognize the cold-hearted person as a girl. Please, I can't do anything in this situation. I have high expectations of your political skills. I say while being shaken. Okay, then let's settle this immediately. Fujimura-sensei, only screams will come out of him because if you shake it, so please stop. Well, breakfast might come out too. What? Serious face doesn't scare me so. As a teacher and Shiro's guardian, I cannot allow you to say. Fujine lets go of me and confronts Tozaka. It must be her natural instincts. She must have thought Tozaka would get her if she kept concentrating on me. Why is that? There are so many students in the boarding at the school. Is it not our school policy to encourage students' independence? But even if you use difficult words, you still can't stay. You can't get independence from staying in a place like this. This place is a dream house. It prepares meals for you, it prepares baths for you, and it's always clean with you doing it. You'd be corrupted if you stay in a place like this. Fujime, that statement is problematic coming from a teacher. It is a rule, only students living far away can board someone's house. Tozaka's house is farther from school in here, but it's not like you can't go to school from there. Like, even Sakura's John commutes the area, so there's no need for you to stay. But my house is undergoing complete remodeling right now. It's an old building, so it can be a bit unsteady. I was thinking of staying at a hotel until the remodeling is done, but when I explained the situation to Emiya-kun, as he happened to pass by, he said that I could use his house rather than waste money. That does sound like something Shiro would say. I was surprised by the idea of coming to him, with whom I am not well acquainted. But staying in a hotel was indeed costly, and at most unstudent-like. So I thought it would be more beneficial for me to stay at Emiya-kun's house instead. Fujine groans. Since Tosaka answer and attitude are so student-like, it seems that the teacher, supposedly Fujine, cannot object. I understand your situation, but isn't there a problem? Your own share is important. So I don't like it half if you two stay under one roof. What do you mean by that, Sensei? Tosaka sounds pretty and sure as a guy, so I thought I wouldn't like it if they got made. It won't be any. My room is on the edge of the building, and Emiyakun's room is by the shed. It's more than 20 meters away. I believe there won't be any problems with that much distance between us. Yeah, but the outbuilding can be locked. It's like a separate house, but... Right, or are you saying that you don't trust Emiya? You said earlier that you're Shira's teacher, then I believe I know his personality better than I do. If he was the type to make that sort of mistake, I would not stay. How dare you, Shira? Shira's a gentleman. He would never make a girl cry. Very true. Well, he would, but it depends on the person. It's usually by accident. Then it should be fine. I trust Emiya-kun too. I knew I could stay here safely. The intensity of Fujine disappears. I guess it's decided now. Got lots of things to follow up on. But I bet Tosaka can get through those. So I guess Tosaka officially is the husband of my house. And so breakfast ends. As expected, Fujine gave up being talked down by Tosaka. In conclusion, we decided to try and keep it a secret at school and to have Fujine look after us at home. With that decided, and with more people around the house, Fujine happily goes to school. We finish breakfast and I go talk to Saber before I leave. Saber, I expected, calmly says, "Please obey Rin at school. Please consider me necessary when you are in danger. That will allow me to feel my master's danger." Then she goes back to her room. Basically, telepathy, tiny bit of telepathy. She might not necessarily be able to get there immediately, but she'll know, wait, shit. It's time to go to school. Let's go then. I'm not used to this area, so show me the short way to school. Beside me is Tosaka Rin in her school uniform. Feeling is fading, but I have Tosaka uniform making me tense. I can't stay calm going to school with the prettiest girl in school, and on top of that. Senpai, I finished locking up the house. Sakura's with us today. As a member of the archery club, Sakura usually goes to school with Fujine. But she stayed in the living room today and was waiting for me to clean up after breakfast to go to school. You gave Sakura a spare key? Yeah, she won't do anything bad, and she's been helping me for so long. Yeah, why? Really like that? I can't really give you a key. You won't mind, right? I don't mind. That's supposed to be. Because you would do something bad. I think you won't have any problems without the key. I'm not crazy enough to do anything unnecessary. Oh, I see. Yes, you say. I have no need for such a thing. Tosaka looks away. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. I'm starting to think with just... This gesture of Tosaka is interesting too. Watch Sakura. We don't like the house. Let's go. Tosaka's with us today, so I want to leave early. You're right. If you say so, I will. Sakura says in a dispirited voice and follows after us. Jeez. Sakura looked somewhat cheerless, even ever since Fujine lost to Tosaka this morning. Fujine assented. I guess I'll have to talk to her about it. That's right, I'll need to find an opportunity quickly as I can and beg Tosaka and Sakura to be friends. That's not gonna happen! The hill on the road is full of students. Past 7:30 in the morning, so this is the most of the time the students go to school. So, it's natural for me to be met with odd stares as I'm walking with people who stand out so much. One of them has literally purple hair! Did you forget something? Tosaka is quiet for a while now. What's wrong, Tosaka? He's been acting weird ever since the road on the hill. I thought so. Am I weird? No, you're not weird, but that reaction is weird. That explanation is contradictory. I don't think Tosaka is asking about it. What does I want to ask about? Everyone is staring at us like she thinks there might be something wrong with us. Is that right? That's right, but I'm acting weird to your eyes as well. That's strange. I was tired, but I did my hair. There's wrinkles in my uniform. I slept in a new place, so I did dark circles on my eyes. What are you yelling at me for? It's not my fault you can't sleep in a familiar place. And even if you did get dark circles, nothing much. Don't worry about it. How dare you? Girls care about their looks from the moment they're born. That is inaccurate, but Jeez, I've always tried to look perfect outside. But I guess that came in handy to the end of today. What are you yelling at me for? I don't know if you're weird, but it's definitely not my fault. Take it on someone. Your mistakes. You're beautiful today, as always. Everybody's staring at you because you're with us today. You would never come to school with anyone else before. So I'm getting this treatment because something's so small. I should be more careful about this thing faster. In 10 years now. There are still some mysteries too. That's like a ponder seriously. What kind of person are just going to ignore you like you're beautiful as always? I don't get you. Of course there'll be commotion if you go to school with someone. All the more if it's a male student. Right, Tosaka sense isn't one to care about such matters. That's why there's never been any rumors about men. See, that's good. That means there's only one victim who deserved deceived by her looks and got devastated. Atraxigu with Sakura and followed Tosaka, who has puzzled expression. We go through the gate, still people staring at us. We'll be going separate ways once we enter the building, so I need to do the stairs for a bit longer. Hey, troublesome guy even shows up in the morning. Tosaka murmurs. Or a familiar face. Coming through the students. Sakura! Nisa. Sakura trembles a little. Shinji must not see us, as she goes straight for Sakura. Why didn't you come to the dojo? What are you doing skipping without my consent? Shinji raises his hand. Hello, Shinji, working hard in the mornings, huh? Catch his hand and greet him. Emiya. I see, you went to Emiya's house again, Sakura. I went to help Sen, but that's your responsibility as a Jew. You're so fine. You shouldn't care. Guy who hurt himself. Don't worry about it, just do as I say. Shinji lowers his hand. I have no reason to hold his hand. He isn't going to hit Sakura, so I let him go. What about you, Emiya? It's so much fun. It's like archery club. Could you stop forcing her to make her skip practice? I can't object against that. Since I haven't stopped Sakura from coming to breakfast, does mean I'm restricting Sakura's time in the morning. That's not true. I'm helping Senpai by choice. Aren't you going a bit far? Too far? That's you, Sakura. What if Emiya doesn't have parents? He says he's fine alone, so you can leave him alone. Someone like Emiya would be comfortable that way. That's terrible. Fine, don't go to Emiya's house from now on. You didn't come about what I told you. You were prepared for this kind of punishment, right? Sakura gasps and freezes. Shinji tries to grab Sakura forcefully. Good morning, Matuk. Sorry for eavesdropping, but that's a pretty interesting conversation right there. Tosaka, why are you... Something unusual? Sakura says an acquaintance of Emiya, and I'm an acquaintance of Emiya, so we all came together this morning. Didn't you notice? An acquaintance of Emiya? Yes, I know him well enough. We will come together from now on. So I'm thinking of making friends with Sakura too. With Emiya. Shinji glares at me. It must be imagining that I felt more than enmity there. Well, I haven't been doing well with Shinji lately, but I don't remember doing anything that will make him resent me that much. Huh. That's ridiculous. That's a bad joke, Tosaka. There's no way you'd be with him. Oh, I see. You must have a misunderstanding. It's true that I was friends. Emiya. Well, we're detached now. But there isn't much point in our approaching. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. I didn't have the slightest interest in you. Ooh. Ouch. I pity Shinji. If that was me, it would have been traumatic enough that I wouldn't recover for a while. And Mato, about the conversation earlier, the morning practice of the archery club is open participation. I've never heard that you need permission to be absent. I'm sure Fujimura-sensei and IFO don't know of such a rule either. Shut up. An older brother. He likes with his sister. Don't poke over his nose in family affairs. Yes, I feel the same way. So isn't it wrong for you to say something about Emiya Kun's household? Jeez, you're so rowdy in the day. Early in the day. Shinji takes a step back and glares at me and Sakura. Alright, I'll forgive you this morning. But it won't happen again, Sakura. If something happens again, I'll make sure you understand your position. Saying what he wants, Shinji runs into the school building. He definitely ran away after losing Tozaka. I'm sorry, Senpai. Nisan was rather rude. She must be apologizing to Tozaka as well. No, it was a good exercise. My mind went up a gear. I'm finally up to par. I love arguments. And I should be the one apologizing. I think I did a bit too much. He has his position to think of. So I shouldn't have done that in front of everybody, you know? If Mato feeling down, cheer him up. Taylor, he doesn't have to learn from experience, but he can come and meet again. Yes. If he doesn't learn from experience, please don't get him again, Senpai. Sakura must be relieved as she smiles cheerfully. Tozaka is looking way bashful. You too, Senpai. Try not to get too mad about it. You're the only friend Nisan has. I know, it's impossible not to get mad. But I knew he was the kind of guy as soon as I got to know him. Well, I know we'll be getting to know each other better someday, so I'll be patient with him. Please give me your best regards, Senpai. Sakura bows. Yeah. If I don't get really mad at Shinji, it'll be because he's not satisfied with such a wonderful sister. And then Senpai, let's do our best today. Sakura goes to the first year hallway. We walk up the stairs and enter the second year's hallway. And run into the student council resident. But why are you with Tozaka, Emiya? I see, you're following me too, for a different reason. Oh, good morning, Ryudo. What kind of greeting is whoa supposed to be? I had a bad feeling when I woke up. I never thought things such out of this direction. Come here, Emiya. You'll be poisoned if you stay so close to Tozaka. Issei forcefully pulls my hand. I'm looking silent. Feels like I heads to class 2A as if nothing has happened. Go ahead. No one's going to stop me. Sounds like a silent passes us. And Shiro, rooftop meeting at lunch. She mutters something so that Issei will not be able to hear it. It's lunchtime. Since the events of the morning, Issei has avoided me, treating me like a traitor. Well, I guess joked a bit too much. I contemplate my actions for a moment. He asked me why I was with Tozaka this morning. We got close during the holidays. I answered like that was bad. That was a really bad choice, Shiro. I think the problem is how we came close. But I couldn't explain that, and Issei walked away dismally. Well, I guess it's fine. I'll have to do a lot of things alone for a while. I guess to have less people involved. Well, what right now is explaining things to Sakura is an option. No. No, it's not a good option. Go meet Tozaka. You have a promise with Tozaka to make. Do it. Reliable statement, but she must have something to talk about if she called her. I buy my lunch and go up to the rooftop. It's usually packed with students, but not in this cold winter air. Even though it's winter, Fuyuki City is warm, the coldness at the rooftop is unbearable. The only ones on the rooftop are me and... You're late! What are you so slow for? Tozaka shivering under the cover. I do feel bad for being late because of that. But you might needed acting like that, huh? I take coffee. I bought it at the stand and put it in my pocket. Ugh, you have a day face, like you're pretty powerful. It's just a whim. Come. When's over there? People might see us. So it's like, her coffee. Here, nobody will find us right away. And we won't be seen from the windows on the fourth floor. Thanks. Give me some tea next time. I like milk teas. Value goes down if it's anything else, so I'll be careful. Alright. Remember next time. So, what? Why did you get me up here? Seeing as you chose such a desolate place, I'm assuming it's about that sort of thing. Of course. What else do we have to talk about? Yeah, you're right. So what is it about? But you're pretty cool about it. Well, it's cold, so I want to get this over quickly. Do you feel the same? Of course. Plan to finish this business quickly too. I thought that. It's obvious, so she'd yell about it. Oh well. I'll ask you directly. What are you going to do after school? After school. Don't have any plans. I'll student council need help. Otherwise, I'll just go to work. Also, that's an amazed expression. Tell me what to do. I'll try to correct things. Please, I don't care what happens to you, but I guess I'll give you one warning. We're cooperating right now. You're too experienced than mine. That again. I've heard them do many things. I know, so don't tease. I'm not teasing you. I'm saying that you're inexperienced because you don't have noticed the bounded field around the school. The bounded field around the school? Hold on. The bounded field of the school, could that be... It is a bounded field set up by another master. It's arranged so widely that it will pretty much encircle the entire school. This bounded field is the type that steals blood and meat from the humans inside it. It's still in the preparation phase, but haven't you noticed everyone's kind of listless? When you think of it, I felt a bit strange on Saturday. Was that it? And that must mean that there's a master at the school. Right. That's certainly in the new lurking. You understand, Enya? If you're not prepared, you'll die. The relaxed expression goes tense. So, you know who this master is? No. I've got some ideas, but I don't have any proof yet. Well, I knew there was another magus at the school, but a mage doesn't always necessarily equal a master. There are cases when an amateur like you becomes a master, so I can't be sure. Hey, I'm not an amateur, I'm a proper mage. Hey, hold on just a second. There's another mage at the school? That's right, but I can't feel any sign of that the mage is the master. I went to check first, but they didn't have a command spell nor a presence of a servant. They might just be hiding it really well, but I'm pretty sure the person is not my master. Well, I think the master at school is someone with incomplete knowledge of magic like you. Recently, I've little magical energy other than our place. That's a sign of an enemy master's presence, but it's too small to detect the source, huh? A master that's not a mage, huh? That's you must be confident. I believe you, but really, are there really that many magi at our school? Just this person and I. A mage values their lineage. Two such lineages live in such a small area. They are bound to be equal. Is that so? I've never knew about your family. Your household is special. I think your father was a lone wolf who alienated himself from the association. He must have had like this city and decided to live in it. But the city is under our supervision. If we found out, we'd take what we could. Well, I guess he was hiding because he didn't want that. Take what you could. Are you curious? I'll come and collect him. You were sure, so look forward to it. Jeez, you really were very nice. Just how were you an imposter student? Another student, you imposter. Oh, is that so wrong? It's responsibility of a man. Detect outward appearance, is it not? You see, I'm successful, close like a family. Though I have perfect honor student, I won't be able to face my father again. So you mean... Yeah, he died when I was young. Well, he lived a long time, so I'm not sad or anything. It's like a smile, as if saying that's how a child with a mate father should be. That's a lie. When people die, you're sad. All the more so if the person is a relative. Not something you can gloss over by saying he was a mage so it couldn't be helped. Well, yeah. You're completely right, so I can't argue. Saying that, Tosaka opens the can. You use it as a heat source. She takes small sips of the coffee. What I know of her, I thought she would gulp it down. But she is really feminine when it comes down to things like this. Let's back to the topic. Anyway, only 2 magi in Fuyumi. Other masters must come from elsewhere, or be a weirdo that's been selected because they know a bit of magic. I see. I'm weird too. Understand. But if it's a master better than us in magic, wouldn't it be impossible for him to create such a bounded field? Maybe the master didn't create it, but the servant did. Servants can't choose their masters. If a servant ends up with a master like you, they'll only be able to win if they do a lot of planning. As many as it is, I can't argue with that. Good, you're honest. So getting back to the bounded field, this bounded field is really advanced. It's almost like the level of sorcery. If a mage in such a bounded field, it should be impossible for them to hide their magical energy. So I believe this must be the action of a servant. The action of a servant, huh? And is the master not that dangerous? Of course not. Mage or not, he doesn't know rules. He's just the type who will come and kill any master he finds right away. Not know the rules. You mean the rules of the Holy Grail War? No, the rules of humanity. The moment they make their servant create a bounded field like this, they've lost track of who they are. Look, Shiro, once this bounded field is finished and activated, it will melt every human in it and absorb them. It's like we're in the stomach of something alive. Well, you shouldn't have any effect on people like us who can protect yourself with magical energy, but those without magical energy will weaken and die without knowing why. Not just a matter of dragging ordinary people into this mess. Once the bounded field is activated, everyone in the school will die. Do you understand? The master at this school is absurd enough to prepare something like this. My vision blurs for a little bit. Trying to comprehend what Tosaka is saying, I take a deep breath. That's it. Even though my understanding is incomplete, imagine the worst possibility and engrave the image inside me. Accepting the situation I am in. I get it. So Tosaka, can you destroy this bounded field? I tried, but it was useless. I don't know the source of the bounded field, but I can't destroy it. All I can do is weaken the source temporarily and delay its activation. The bounded field won't activate as long as you're here. That'd be nice, but it's only optimism. The bounded field is set up, and magical energy for activation gathering bit by bit. According to Archer, it should be ready in about 8 days. When that happens, this school will fall into hell, whose master is the servant, but to their mind. And before that happens, we have to defeat the master lurking at the school. Finding the master will be difficult. The guy pretty won as soon as the bounded field. The bounded field will be activated even if he does nothing, so he won't appear until then. So if there's a chance, it'll only be when he emerges. Exactly, so you should stay quiet for now, until the fight time comes. So it's just stupid for you to go out searching. Enemy find you before that. First bell echoes the cold rooftop. Lunch break is over. That's it. I have to go somewhere, so go home by yourself. Try not to go anywhere on your way home. Tosaka leaves, saying, "See ya." There's no way I'm feeling good. Okay. There's no way I can have a calm mind after finding out that the masters only attacking other masters was pointless. Found a field at school. Well, it's not necessarily completely pointless, it's just not always true. Are you planning on to drag innocent people into this? Not the work of a master at all, but a mass murderer. I have to find him before the bounded field is activated. Find him and defeat him completely. Rejoice, Emiya Shiro. Your wish. Shake my head to deny the words I remember. I can't wish for something like that. A wish for a villain to defeat? That is not my wish. The end of school homeroom ends. Okay, I just realized that's not a contradictory statement, it just felt contradictory in my head. And the students start to disappear from the classroom. I would normally go to the student council room, but since Tosaka told me to go straight home, I should probably do so. the gate is still locked.
そうか。
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I came home this early. Usually help someone out or go to work, so it's rare for me to actually come straight home. Usually the gate will be open and Sakura will be preparing dinner inside when I go home. Maybe I've grown accustomed to it after a year that I've forgotten how important it was. I realize how grateful I am for Sakura, just by the simple action of opening the locked gate.
ただいま。
I'm home. I call out and step in the hallway. As I try to enter the living room, blonde-haired girl appears.
帰ったのですね。
You are back, master. The girl looks straight at me. For a moment, all seems real. Reality crumbles around me.
シロ、
Shiro,
今
you
帰って
just returned home. Perhaps the surprise transfer to the girl. She says, "There's a surprise." Spells my name in a quiet voice. I finally returned myself to reality. Oh, it's Saber.
セイバーだよな。
Sorry, it was Sun. I was surprised. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl. I was standby here as Master ordered, but I was wrong.
いや、
No,
こっちの
I
勘
was
違いだから
misunderstanding. Don't worry about it.
それより
How are you feeling?
体の方はいいの
You
か。
said you'd be
セイバー
sleeping frequently, so
起きていても支障はあ
there's
り
no
ません。
problem with staying awake.
いいえ、
No,
可
it
能
is
な
better to
限
sleep
り
except
戦
at
闘地以
times.
外は眠っていた方がいいのですが、
But that would cause my
それ
senses
で
to
は
dull.
定期的に目覚めて、
I should move around
体を動か
periodically.
してい
My
なけ
body
れ
would
ば
slow down
い
when
ざ
I needed
そ
to.
っか。
I see.
言われて
You're
みれ
right.
ば
Now
そ
that
の
you
通
mention
り
it,
だ。
humans get headaches from sleeping too much.
人間、一
It's
日
not
中
like
寝
you're
てたら
sleeping
頭が
as you're
痛い。
sleeping.
そうですね。
Yes.
眠
There's
り
no
を必要
fatigue
と
to
する
require sleep.
ですがシロ、あ
But
なた
Shiro,
は眠り
do
す
you
ぎ
get
る
a
と
headache when you sleep too much?
痛くなる
Of
だろう。
course.
そりゃ
Usually you feel sick if you sleep for half a
一
day.
日の半分も寝て
In
た
my
ら
case, I'll wake up
体
with
の
a
調子を
headache.
悪くするって
I won't be able to sleep for half a day.
不思議な話ですね。
That is a strange story. It
私
doesn't
は
happen
そ
to
の
me.
ようなこ
I
と
can
はあ
sleep
り
as
ま
much
せ
as
ん
I
で
want.
した。
Now and in the past.
それはなんか
That
生
is
き
wrong
物
with
として間
living
違って
things,
ると
Saber.
思うぞ、セイバ
It's a
ー。
waste to sleep all day.
一日
More
中寝
fun
て
to
るなん
wake
て
up
も
and
ったい
play
な
when
い。
you're not sleeping.
そうですね。
You're right.
確かに
Less time wasted that way.
だろ
Right.
今は俺のせ
You're
いで
like
そうな
that
っちま
now
ったけ
because
ど
of me. But
俺から
go
縁が
back
切れ
to
た
your
ら
old
普通
cycle
の生活サイクル
your
に戻れよ。
when your bond with me ends.
俺が言えることじゃないけどさ、これ
Not
が
for me
癖
to
になっ
say.
て一日中寝てたら
This becomes a
見当
habit
たら
when
な
you
いやつ
sleep
だ
all
って
day.
思われるか
You might think you're lazy.
それはすでに手遅れ
Maybe
か
too
もしれ
late.
ません。
People might have thought
私
so
は皆
already. He creases her brow and ponders. It was just lighthearted, but it seemed like Saber doesn't get normal jokes. We move into the living room. It seems Saber wants to happen today, so I decided to tell her about the bounded field at school that Tosaka and I told me.
そうですか。
I see, that master must be planning to use the people gathered at school as a sacrifice.
率直に言えば
Frankly,
そういう
yes,
ことだろう。
Tosaka said. It'd take more time, though.
同感です。
It was the same
それ
as
ほど大規模
It'll
な
take
結界
time to
の
construct
完
a
成に
large-scale
は
bounded
時間が
field.
かかる。
School is a building that can be easily
学校
locked
の
up,
校舎というものは
so it
封
must be
鎖
an
しや
altar
すい
chosen
建
as
物
a
です
temple.
それだけの規模な結界を
To
完
really
璧に
activate a
機能
bounded
させ
field
る
of
には
that scale, at least 10 days are needed.
10日。
I felt
俺が
something
異常を
strange
感
2 days
じた
ago
の
on
が
Saturday.
2日前の
Means
土
that
曜
we
日
have
だか
about
ら
still about 8 days.
まだ8日は猶予があるってことか。
That's the same as Tosaka's estimate.
はい。その結界は
Yes, it does not matter.
生贄を集める
Bounded
もので
fields
あれ
gather sacrifices to
守
solidify
り
the
を固める
defense.
ものであれ
As it will be a
完成
problem,
させては厄介で
we
す
allow them allowed to complete it.
それまでに
I hope
結界を張った
we'll
マスタ
find
ー
the
を見つ
master
け
that
出せ
created
れ
the
ば
bounded
良い
field
のです
before us.
そうだな。
Tosaka said it would be
遠
difficult.
坂は難し
You
い
should
っ
be
て言ってたけ
easy
ど
to、
学校に
identify
潜ん
since
で
the
いる以
master
上
will
は
be
特
looking
定
at the
しや
school.
すいはずだ。
Let's find him some
なん
stop the bounded field. The instant setting up bounded field at the school, there must be someone associated with the school. A student or a teacher. I'll try to search the school as thoroughly as possible during lunch from tomorrow on. Try to find anyone suspicious.
あとは、そうか。
Maybe the guy
そ
with
い
the
つが
blue
どんな
hair.
サーバントを連れているか
Just saying.
っていう問題か。
And the problems which servant that master has. No, that'll only be clear when I actually encounter it. Then I should think about a servant I have already encountered. Saber is awake right now. No time to ask. Alright then. Lancer, Archer, or Berserker? Asking about any of them really doesn't change anything. These are just simply busy lore dumps. I'll be asking about about Lancer, just because it's the easier option. Because it's the top one. But technically, any of the options will work. That guy. Let's put the first servant I encountered, Lancer. Saber fought with him. It seems like she realized who he was.
なあ、セイバー。
Hey Saber, about Lancer. Do you know who he is?
ランス
Lancer.
まあ
Yeah,
セ
you
イバ
were
ーがあ
saying
いつを
something
追い返して
when
く
you
れた
chased
時
him off about Ireland
だ
or
からも
something.
しかして
So I thought
セイバーは
discovered his identity.
ああ、そういうこ
Oh,
と
I
で
see your
すか
point now. I'm surprised. I did
驚
not
き
think
ました
interested in knowing the service
知
strategy
らなくちゃやってい
I
け
heard
ない
you
っ
have
て
to know
話だからな。
about them. Why do you look so happy about Saber?
シローが戦う気になっているからです。
Because you are showing the will to fight.
正
We
体
can
を
come
知った相手
up
なら
strategies against servants
対
whose
策が
true
立てられる。
identity we know. It's an
まず
appropriate
弱
battle
点が
tactic
分かった相手から仕留めるの
to
は
first bring down the
戦いの
ones
常
whose
道ですから
weaknesses we are known. I have no intention of going to fight someone who's attacking me, but it'd only end the conversation if I said that now.
いいから
Anyway,
ランサ
Lance's
ーの
trade,
正体
so I guess you know that?
はい
Yes.
あの
The
構
red
造
lance
と
is runic
全
protections
身
around
に
his
帯びた
body.
ルーン
On
の
top of that, his abilities are specialized in survival!
生き延びるこ
There
と
can be
に
no mistake.
彼の神名
His
は
strength is
空風
Hugh Lane.
魔装ゲイ
He's
ボ
a
ルクを
great hero
操
of
る
Ireland, wielder of the devil lance, Gay Bolg.
空風
Hugh Lane. It's a name I've never heard before. Well, I don't know about Irish mythology, so I guess it's only natural.
で強い
But
の
is he
か
strong, this Hugh Lane
この
guy?
国では知名度
He's
が
not as
低いですから
famous in this country,
存在
so
が
his
劣化して
existence
い
is
ますが
diminished.
そ
But
れ
he
で
still
も十分
has
すぎ
more
る
than
能
enough
力
power.
こと敏捷性
His
に関して
agility
な
is
らば
second to none,
他
and I
の
believe
追
the Devil
随を許
Phantasm
さないでしょ
is
う
the
し
most suitable for this war.
ほ
Oh, that lance. Come to think of
Oh,
it, his
yeah,
lance
Rika.
moves strangely at the end. Is that the Gay
おそら
Bolg?
くは
Probably. There are many
ゲイボルクの伝承
variations
は
of the Gay
諸
Bolg
説
legend.
曰く
They say it's a cursed lance thrown using the legs, a devil's lance that grows without thorns when stabbed standing.
なんか全く違う言い伝えじゃないのか今のは
Can you imagine? Can you really call it a
なんで
legend?
伝説の
Like a
武
weapon?
器だなんて言えるのか
Which, amusingly enough, let's see, it's not using this one, but this one actually eventually gets used, at one point in Fate. They actually do use that one.
ですから続
There's
きがあるのです
many more.
ゲイボル
Many
クの能
Gables
力
Gable
は
are handed down
様
in
々な
legends,
形で
but in
伝えら
every
れてい
one
ます
there's
が
one
その
is
全
the
て
fact that will always
心
pierce
臓
the heart.
それは武器
I
として
thought
の
it
能
was
力では
ability
な
to
く
a possessor rather
あ
than
く
the
まで
power
持
of
ち
the
主の
weapon.
技量だと思ってい
But
ま
it
した
seems I was wrong.
魔装の正体
The nature of the devil lance's gay
Lancer
bow
no gay
is
bow
to
can
always
always
pierce
fly.
the heart. That said, I recall vividly. That night, the lance thrust at Saber's feet moved in an impossible fashion, went toward
つま
the
り
heart.
あいつ
So his lances,
ええ
yes, it is the
使えば
devil
変わら
lance,
ず
guaranteed
敵
to
の
strike
心
the
臓を打つ
opponent's
魔
heart
装の空間をねじ曲げているの
unless we bending space or changing the
Ingaritsu
order of
kai
cause and
teiro.
effect. The second one is right.
ともあれ
Either way,
Yari
it must
jitai
be
no
Lancer's
yoroto,
skill and the
Lancer
curse
jishin no
of the
giryou desho.
lance itself. There's no weapon more
こと
efficient
1
in
対1の戦
hand-to-hand
闘におい
combat.
て
It has
これほど効
unnecessary
率的
aspects.
無駄がない
What do you mean by that?
わかりませんか
You don't understand. Lancer's lance cannot destroy a castle. It's
城を
enough
破
to
壊す
kill
ることはできません
one
が
person.
宝具というもの
Noble
は
fans
そ
require
の
different
規模
amounts
に
of
よ
magical
って
energy depending on their scale.
A ランクの宝具を
A
持つ
servant
者
with
は
rank 8 noble phantasm will
そ
need a
の
great
使
amount
用
of
に
magical
大
energy
量
to
の
use
魔
it.
力を消
Once
費
it
す
is used, time is needed for plenishing the
一
magical
度
energy that is
です
lost.
が人を一人
But to kill one person, no,
Yeah.
one servant, you do not need great
サーバントを倒すのに
power. If you kill
そ
that
れ
one
ほど
opponent
強
with
大
one
な
blow,
破壊力な
there's
ど言い
no
ま
better
せん
result.
つまりなんだ
There's less cost for one
大砲
arrow
一
than
発
one
分より
cannonball.
はい
Right. But
ですが
arrows would not hit
サ
a
ーバント
servant.
には弓
As
矢
a
など
result,
当たりません
battling servants end up firing cannons at each other.
結果として
But
ランサーのゲイボル
Lancer's
ク
gay bow is a
が
lance
その
that
弓
allows
矢を
the arrow
命
to
中
hit.
させられる槍ってこと
Not
か
only that, but it hits the heart where it would definitely take the opponent's life.
そういうことです
That is correct.
加
On
え
top of that,
使
not
う
much
ため
magical
の魔
energy is
力量も
needed
そ
to
う
use
多
it.
くない
With that much magical
あ
energy
の
to use,
程度の魔力商品なら
there should no need to
7回
replenish
使って
magical
も
energy even if
魔
he
力
uses
の
it
保
7 times.
持ですから彼の魔装は
That is why the
この
Devil's
戦い
Lance
に
is
適
well
している
suited
の
for
です
this war.
通常のサーバ
A
ントは
normal servant must
数回
rest
戦
after
闘
fighting
す
a
れ
few
ば
times.
休まざるを
A
得ません
Lancer fights 6 battles in
で
a
すがラ
row.
ンサーならば
Well,
6人を
that is
続けて
one
相手にすることもでき
on
る
the condition that each must be one-on-one. So he's a servant who's not flashy but can definitely win, yes, even though he never wins.
無駄が多かったぞ俺は相手
He
にし
seemed
て
like
遊
doing
んでい
a
たし
lot
な
of useless stuff though. He was playing around with me as well.
ですね
Right, it seems
ランサー
Lancer's
自身
inconsistent
裏っ
person.
気のある人物の
He
ようで
was
す
heartless, but he also has a
異常な
side
人
that
物ではあ
was
ります
difficult to hate. Feel the same way. You can't let our guard down though. He stabbed me through the heart as if it was cutting grass. Servants like Berserker and Lancer have no hesitation when it comes to using their weapons.
それじゃあ他のやつのことだけど
Then about one of
待っ
the
てく
others.
ださい
Hold on,
シロ
Shiro. Someone has entered the gate.
屋敷のも
そんな
Is
こ
that
と
still a thing?
もうこんな時間
It's that time. Crap, Sakura's probably back. I quickly stand up. Quickly stand
お邪魔
go.
します
Excuse me. I can hear
そうい
Sakura's
えば
voice.
悪いんだ
分かっています
I know. I will return to the room.
部屋に戻っていま
Please
す
do
か
not
ら
be concerned about me. Saber leaves in her place.
ただいま
I'm home.
感
Well
心
done.
感
You
心
came home
ちゃんと
early
先
like
に
I asked you to. Feels like I just go to the grocery bag again.
お邪魔します先輩
Excuse me, senpai. Very for
珍
you.
しいですね
You're home this early. Sakura comes in, smiling happily.
よし準備
The
は
preppings are
完璧
perfect. Let's begin. Tells like a shouts. goes into the kitchen. Sakura looks very worried
先輩
about dinner preparation.
今日は
it's
父
so
さん
Saga's
の番だからいい
You don't have to worry about it.
さくらは
You made
朝
breakfast
作って
today,
くれたん
so
だ
leave the
から
dinner to us.
夜は
I'll
任せ
make
てくれ
dinners. Hey, you say so. I will do that. Sakura sits in the cushion obediently. There's flashing, fiery sounds coming from the kitchen. That's not. There's nothing dangerous about Tozaka's appearance from behind.
あれなら任
This
せ
is
て
okay to trust her. There's no point in staying here. There's Saber to think about, so I should go back to my room until dinner.
ちょっと部屋で休んでくれ
I'm gonna rest in my room, so Fuji
藤姉がやっ
just
てき
tell
た
her
ら
to prepare a bath for
たまには
herself
風呂を
once in a
さ
while. Yes, please take
ど
your
うぞ
time,
ごゆっく
senpai.
り先輩
I will come and get you when dinner is ready. No,
と
I'm
そうだ
not forgetting that. A little before 6 o'clock. So from the way things are going, it looks like dinner will be ready around 7. I'm gonna get back to the room. Saber's asleep.
なんだ
I thought I could talk to her. My tongue's on the cushion.
何
What am I
言って
saying?
んだか
Don't even
聖杯戦争のこと以
other
外
look at work stuff. Anyway, didn't I have trouble talking to Saber?
いい
Oh
け
well,
どさ
she's asleep, it's fine. I say, just stare at the clock. Yesterday's dinner. Just me, Saber, and Tosaka. Today it'll be 5 people, including Sakura and Fuji.
いや
Saber can't
Saber.
come. Sakura and Fuji are there. I can't let Saber out of this
そうい
room.
えば
Wonder if Saber ate
Asamish.
breakfast. Saber was nodding while eating dinner last night. Even that, I guess, not like she doesn't need
昼飯
food.
は用意しなかったし
I didn't prepare lunch for her,
Ah.
or she'll be hungry. When Sakura and Fujine go home, I'll have to warm. She'll need to eat alone. Can't be helped. I didn't see her eating herself was really annoying me.
シロ起き
Are
て
you awake? Tosaka,
父さんか
Tosaka, what's up?
何
dinner
って
time.
夕食な
It's ready, so come along. I'm all ready, huh? Got up in.
あ来た来た
Oh,
ほ
there
ら
you
見
are.
てよこの
Hey,
料
look at
理
this stuff. Finally,
な
with
んと
Tosaka-san
登
here,
坂さんは
we have someone
長
who
ら
can
く
cook
不在だ
Chinese
った
food.
中華
With excitedly, the food prepared at the table. Now that you mentioned it, the food is certainly Chinese. The four big plates, the crab with eggs, shredded beef with pepper, some stir-fry with elegant-looking meat I've never seen before with vegetables, and a plate full of steamed meat dumplings. Oh, I love steamed meat dumplings. They're great. I have a bit of a fixation on them. We have a local market, which does international food. It's mostly meant for it mostly does Asian imports, and they have a lot of different types of Chinese steamed dumplings, and oh, I love them all. They're great. Making those a bit of a pain though, but they're great. Their salads and side plates and various follow-ups are ready. Put simply, it's the gorgeous kind of dinner Fujine loves.
驚いた
I'm
な
surprised. I was expecting you to make Western-style dishes.
本当は
She was actually thinking of Western-style
そう
dish.
ですよ
When I told her
けど
and our house cooks Chinese, she said she would.
なんでそう隙間をつくような人
Why
生
should
し
she
か送れない
have
のか
poking at holes? Hey, Sakura. You came home with us.
Sakura.
So did you actually go shopping with her?
はい
Yes.
登
Tosaka-san
坂先
was
輩
waiting for me with the
フ
nursery
ード
club
オフが
finish.
終わるまで
We went to
待って
grocery
てくれたんです
on our way back.
そうなのか
I said, wow, you were closer than I thought.
そうですね
Yes. We talked
登
often
坂
at
先
school.
輩とは
I don't know
学
why
校
she
でもよく
likes me,
話してましたから
but she's been nice to me ever since I entered the school. Wow. She really is a nice senpai at the school.
おしゃべりはいいから早く
Let's
食べ
quit talking and eat. I'm hungry already. Fujine sits down happily.
だってさ
And she says,
二人も
why don't
早
you
く
two
座
sit
った
down?
ら
Chinese food gets
中
really
華物
bad
っ
when it's
て
cold.
冷めると犯罪的にまずいんだから
Usually, yeah. Not always. Sometimes it's pretty decent, but it's usually better warm. Sit down silently. Everyone bows and eats the food. Knowingly, it's good. I've never cooked Chinese before, because I thought it all tastes the same. But this is as good as makes me realize it was just prejudice.
うわすご
Wow,
い
this is
すご
great.
い
It's been a while since I've had food.
こんなにご
Which
飯
rice
を美
tastes
味しく
this
させ
good?
る料理は久しぶりだ
I'll give you the top score on this one.
ありがとうございます
Thank you. I am pleased to receive an honest response like that.
私も中
I
華
have
に
better
直
opinion
しま
than
し
you.
た
I'm not good with
辛
hot
いの苦
food,
手なんです
so
けど
this is really good. Doctor's enjoying her food too. After watching this with a smile. Totsuka looks at me with the expression of
な
triumph.
んだよ、なんか言い
You
たそう
look
だ
like you want to say something.
別に
Nothing!
気
I'm
に入
just
っても
happy
ら
I
えて
enjoyed
よ
the
かっ
food.
たなって
Well, one
まあ
isn't being honest.
若干一名素直じゃないのが言うけど
We'll call it good.
それはそれで楽しい
Honestly,
からよしと
like
し
to
まし
lose
ょ
at something you're good at.
そうか
See,
さてはお
made
前
me cook last
昨
night
日
to gauge your potential. Yes, today's lesson. Always hide your potential. He says happily and starts eating her own food. Dinner is more lively than I was expecting. Sakura and Tosaka are good. And Junior, Fujine, completely friends with Tosaka now. I have no complaints with a fun meal. No complaints, but I feel like there's something wrong. It's eating right. I stand up.
いや
I
忘
forgot
れ
something.
物をした
I'll bring her here. Wait. When I leave the living room, Tosaka is staring at me silently. She is judging you! I couldn't take it. That's the only reason. I don't like it. She's in the same house, but alone. So before considering the consequences, I grab her hand.
シロ
Shiro, what are you doing?
いいから来てくれ
Just come with me. I'm with
正気
Gigi
です
over.
か
Saying,
正気だから連れて行くんだほら
because I'm
いい
saying
から後のことなんてなるように
whatever happens later can be dealt with.
シロ
Hey, Shiro. Go with your hand. Take her to
悪
the
いな
living
父
room.
さか
Can you add one more? Tosaka doesn't object. But Fujine and Sakura are looking at Saber with astonishment.
遅くなったけど紹介す
But
る
like,
この
but
子
let
は
me
セイバーって言ってしばらく
for
面倒を
taking
見る
care
こ
of
とになったか
her
ら
well. You can see she's a
Mr.
foreigner
Notori,
and not used to living in
外国人さん
Japan,
だから。
so please. You have murdered your basically I don't really want to say this, but your wife in the making, and you're the equivalent of your big sister. There's no reaction with the two. It's only natural. But I don't have enough composure to care about what's meant right now.
ほらそこに座れよセイバ
It's better to eat with everyone.
それは
That's
確か
certainly
に
more efficient,
ー遠
but
慮なんてするな
don't be reserved.
大体な
Roll.
これからはセイバーも一緒に住むんだぞ
Since we're living in the same roof, it's natural for us
Hi.
to stay together. Hey,
シロ
Shiro
が
says so, then I will obey.
そ
You can't.
そんなのダメ
You can't do that. My ears are ringing.
一体どうしちゃっ
What's
た
wrong
の
with
よ
you?
シロってば
You
遠坂さんだけじゃな
not
く
only Tosaka-san, but a girl like this too.
いつか
Just
ら
find
こ
a
こは
place
旅
to
館
turn into a hotel.
なんだよ
It's fine.
いいじゃないか
Take it as a hotel, so we can.
旅館みたいに広いんだから
Tosaka staying is
一人
fine. Saber should be fine.
いいわけ
No,
ない
I
でし
approve
ょ
of Tosaka.
遠坂さんは
I
認
don't.
めるけど
The stranger.
そん
Who is she anyway?
どこの子って
She's just a friend of mine.
遠い親
Did
戚
some
の子だ
problem,
よ
so she came here
Yo,
counting on
go.
father.
そんな作り話
I
信
can't
じら
believe
れ
such a
ない
ridiculous story.
大
Even
体
were
ね
the case,
仮にそうだとしても
why did she come to
ど
Europe?
うして
There's no
エ
way
ネ
she
ア
is
の
a
家に来たのよ
acquaintance from another country. She can't really say that. Because father was a simpleton who went to foreign countries all the bloody time. You have more acquaintances overseas than in Japan.
ないとは言い切れないけど
So strange.
それにしたっ
You,
て
why did you come? We should
あ
glass
いや
at
だからそれは
Well, that's.
シロは黙ってな
You
さ
be
い
quiet, Shiro. It says, I'm asking. Saber is silent. It's only natural. Saber doesn't have any reason to go along. And lies. It's just enough
さ
mine.
あ
I do not know.
私は
It
キリ
was
ツグ
only
の言葉に従った
Kirito
だけ
could
です
said. Well, shit. I guess she does.
うん
Kiritsuki-san.
キ
I
リ
said
ツグ
say
さん
Shiro-chan.
はい
You told me to
あら
defend
ゆる
Shiro
敵
from
か
all
ら
enemies.
シロ
Which, to be fair, is technically true. Saber says greatest purity. Who could object to that? Even if it is a lie, it's the ultimate truth for Saber herself. Even Fujine cannot object to those words, but he's frown glaring at Saber. Alright, you say so, I'll test your skill. Fujine responds strangely. So, with the sound of wind, Fujine takes us outside. She takes a shinai from the wall, glares at Saber. Well, just what is our Fujine thinking about?
あなた
You,
シロ
You
を
said you'd
守るっ
protect
て言
Shiro.
ったわね
and you must accompany me still.
私に剣を持っ
Are you telling me to
と
take
い
a
う
sword?
そうよ
Yes. I approve of you.
あなたが私より強かったら
But if
許
you're
して
weak,
あげま
I'm
す
sending you back
構
home.
いませんわ
I do not mind.
そ
What
れ
is
は
the purpose of this?
シロを守るのは
I'm the
私
one who's
だ
going
も
to
ん
protect Shiro. I will
シロが一人
decide
前に
until
な
he
るま
grows
で
up. It seems Saber doesn't understand what Fujine is trying to say. Of course not. No one else around here does either.
だーか
So, I don't need anyone weaker than me. You're stronger. You'll be more dependable, right? In that case, I entrust you for a bit. Fujine play Ushinai as if she's okay. I understand, so I must earn your approval. Right, but it's not going to be easy. Just as he says that, Fujine rushes at Saber and attacks Ushinai. No block. And Fujine is being ridiculous. Not only was that a surprise attack, she didn't even give Saber a Shinai. Are you really a teacher? Saber must be surprised if Fujine's surprise attack. She just stands there distractedly. She's a clever attack. The belly strikes. Fujine tilts her head curiously. It's not natural. It's strange for even the watching, so it must be just as strange for the hanging guards of Babylon and for Fujine. Saber is still standing. The difference is, she's now holding the Shinai Fujine was wielding until now. Is this real? I don't know what is real, but it's certainly true. Saber doesn't even take a stance. Fujine doesn't move, standing before Saber. Fujine, a kendo expert, said to be unmatched. That experience must have made her realize that this person in front of her is on a completely different level. If you want me to take a stance, I will. But you should be skilled enough to understand already. Fujine backs away and steadily drops to her knees. This contest is over. Do you approve of me? Fujine hangs her head and slopes her shoulders. The moment I think she's calmed down. Stop changing to Shiro away! She starts crying loudly to those around Dizzy. In the end, it took 2 hours to persuade Fujine. She said, I want to talk a bit, and went to father's room for 2 hours. When she came out, she nodded and said, I guess I have to approve her, with an unhappy face. On the other hand, Sakura is silent. It was getting late and Fujine walking Sakura home, but Sakura said nothing and merely bowed and went home. Then I'll go back to Hill Valley. Come think of it, Tosaka is like this too. Right. Bet you think I did something stupid. Nope. What you're doing is extra weight on my mind. If you keep doing such things, you'll end up being unable to move. Say goodnight with a wave, Tosaka leaves. The reason why she actually don't think it's stupid is because she realizes that Saber is going to be around the house. Someone will run into them at some point. So that's why she doesn't think it's stupid. I think. It's implied. Sure. I have something to ask you as well. What is it? Why did you introduce me to everyone? I believe your actions were necessary, as Rin said. No reason. I just introduced you because I didn't like it. Shiro, that is not an answer. You have to tell me what you didn't like. What's happening? I don't know. I was just eating and I just like it when it's being alone. If anything, I just thought fewer secrets about it. Sakura and Fujine out. This is meaningless. Rather, it's a disadvantage of the middle of my existence. I could hide myself in this house. It would be even better if I just standing by. What's better? You're better off the outcast with while we're all eating. That's not true. It couldn't be helped because even if it was good for you, Saber, it would not be good for me. And I don't think it's based on reason. Saying so over in my case. I'm going out to the shed, so go back to the room first. There's no response. Bring my back to doesn't seem to agree. I head out to the shed. I go outside. Quiet yard lit by the pale moon. The sky is high and the stars are clear. I sighed without realizing. Tosaka was right. I'm certainly contradicting myself. The me that's trying the shed, avoiding Saber sleeping in. On the other hand, the me want to leave Saber alone. Even though I find it hard to deal with Saber as a member of sex, I can't leave her alone as a human. It's only natural for Tosaka to be disgusted with me. I thought inexperience in magic. Mental training is bad too. I remember looking at the sky absent-mindedly. The night wears on. Since I'm inexperienced, I can't skip my training. I can only refine myself, believe I can reach something if I continue my effort. And that will be day 5. That's day 5 done. Episode 6 is Blade. Well, not episode 6. Day 6. Alright, that means day 5 is done, which means we are going to save. And that will be the end of the Fate section of this stream. And I will be back in a bit with some more things. So make sure you're back for that.